Good evening, and I welcome you, students. This is a very important live webinar, student. And in this, we are going to discuss very important MCQ question, student, on the transition elements. देखो, transition elements are very important, and lot of questions will be asked on that. And you already know about the transition elements, students. What are transition elements, or what we have learned, students? D block elements we have learned, students. In D block elements we learned about 3D series, we learned about 4D series, 5D series. They are the most important for our course. The 3D series is the most important, which will be asked in the paper. And you know that we are talking of scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, scandium, titanium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. You know, I told you this should be remembered by all the student. 21 atomic number to 30. So question will be from this side. 3D series is the most important series. All the questions are going to be there, student, and you know what we have to learn. What we have to learn, what we have learned in this chapter, you already know, student. What we have learned, the electronic configuration. Always a big question is coming on that, students. Electronic configurations we have learned. You have seen their oxidation state, students, and questions are coming on oxidation states also. What variable oxidation state, multiple oxidation state, and we told you what are the characteristics of the transition element. They are very good metals and high melting point, enthalpy of atomization. Then we have discussed, student, their magnetic properties, very important. We have discussed their colors. Then you know the colors of the metal compounds, or in solutions, color due to DD transition, absorption of light. And we have shown you, students, that they can act as good catalysts. You also studied, student, about them, the atomic variation, ionization enthalpies, and certain irregularities which were seen. You also studied important lanthanide contraction, which is always an important question, and electrode potential values. What we study, students, standard electrode potential values are very important. Questions will be there in that. Standard electrode potentials, we studied about that, whether they can act as a reducing agent or not. And in certain cases like copper, you found the value is positive 0.34, and the reason for that has been asked repeatedly in the paper. What is the possibility, student? Because high ionization enthalpy of copper was there, and you have seen high atomization energy, but lower uh, enthalpy of hydration of the copper could not compensate, so the value became positive. We discussed their oxidation state, students. Variable largest oxidation state was shown by manganese, +2 to +7, magnetic movements, colors, and then formation of interstitial compounds, alloy formation, catalytic properties. All this is important. We discussed compounds like potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate. Am I right? All this was discussed. Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so students, we will be beginning the question answer sessions. As I say that whenever we are talking of these webinars or question answer sessions, you have permission to use your NCRT book right now. You can. Our purpose is, student, we are giving a revision of the course. At the same time, we are solving important questions which can come in the exam. So the questions which will be there, they are based on NCRT book, and we purpose is to decode each and every word of NCRT book, so that it becomes easy for you to solve all the questions, student. Okay, so students, we are going to be talking about MCQ questions on transition. I am talking of, students, transition elements. They are important and expected questions, students. Expected questions. Important and expected questions, student, for CBSE 2021 exams. So we know how much we have to work, student. They are important, and we should learn. Our purpose is to student learn chemistry. So basic concept should be clear. We are not going to cram the things, but we want to learn, students. We want to learn, students. Okay, students. All right. The question number 1 is coming on the screen, students. Question number 1. We are changing the color of the pen now. Question answer session is beginning. So students, are you ready for the question answers? Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
You have energy? You have energy?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you certain breathing techniques, students. How to breathe so that we can de-stress ourselves, and start the quiz or board papers or all that. Okay. First question, transition metals despite high E naught oxidation are poor reducing agents. Poor reducing agent. You know, the strongest reducing agents are alkali metals and alkaline earth metals. They have negative values of the standard reduction potentials. The incorrect reason is, what is the incorrect reason, he says? Here, 4 answers are given. You have to see what is incorrect, student, not the correct. You have 1 minute to answer the question.
Yes, sir.
High heat of vaporization, high ionization enthalpy, energies, low heats of hydration, complex forming nature. The basic about this question, students, the E naught values. What is E naught? Standard reduction potential values depend on what factor, students? If you have studied this standard reduction potential.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The answer is D part, complex
part.
forming nature.
Okay. We should understand, student, this is incorrect. It is incorrect, student, incorrect. You know, the E naught values depends on what? We have told you E naught values depend on delta enthalpies of atomization,
Yes, sir.
delta I ionization, and also delta hydration enthalpy, students. When we calculated, you know, in our video lectures in YouTube, we have shown you these are the values which will decide the values of the E naught value, student. So that complex formation has nothing to do with the value of standard reduction potential. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good answer given by you. Answer is correct, Kirnal. Your answer comes correct. Okay, we have to keep working. We have to keep working, keep thinking, keep trying, student. Trying is most important. Without trying, we will not do anything. I'm not saying all your answers are coming correct here, but is an attempt by a student. We should try. Question number 2. Which of the following has magnetic moment of 5.9, student?
Doing, sir.
Okay, do it. Our purpose is to do it. We say do it, student. That is the basic of learning. Do it. Students who will do it, they will get the answer. You know what is the formula of the magnetic moment which we used?
Almost done, sir. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, the answer is CU, D part.
D part. What is the formula of magnetic moment which we use for calculation? Mu.
Yes,
Square
sir.
root of n plus. Tell me the formula. Without formula, I cannot do it, student. I told you when we were calculating the magnetic moments. You can check it in the book, student, what formula has been used for finding the magnetic property. Students, tell me what is the formula to calculate the magnetic moment? Square root of n plus 2. You have to find n is the number of unpaired electrons, student.
Yes, sir.
Okay, unpaired electrons. And we clearly told you, student, if how many unpaired electrons are there. According to that, you have seen how easy was the calculation if we already have calculated few of them. So if you have how many unpaired electrons, according to that we can find the value, student. If it is, if it is 5, then what it will become? 5 plus 7, 35. So it will be this value. If there are 5 unpaired electron, it will be almost little less than 6. That clue we gave you long back when we discussed the magnetic moment formula. Bohr magneton, student, is the unit. So we have to first calculate the number of unpaired electrons in each of them. How do we
Yes, sir.
calculate? How many unpaired electrons are there in Fe2 plus? Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper. This should be known to us. 21. So what is the atomic number of iron, student? 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So
Yes,
if
sir.
I write iron, student, iron is what you are getting. Iron 26 means you have 4s2 and 3d6. This is 6 electron in the D and 2 in the S, and argon 18.
Yes, sir.
So electronic configuration must be written. Then you have Fe2 plus means what? Fe2 will be 3d6. If it is 3d6, how many unpaired electrons are there? In 3d6, student, how many unpaired electrons will be there? 1, 2, 3. 3d6, I am saying 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. So 4 unpaired electrons.
4,
And
yes,
is
sir.
equal
4.
to 4.
And 1 paired.
So this is not going to be the correct answer. Put the value of 4 here. What will you get? 4 into 4 plus 2, student. What is that? The square root of 24. That will come less than 5. It will be less than 5. We know. Not.
Yes, sir.
But what about Fe3 plus? It will be 3d5 count. 5 unpaired electron. So if I put 5, student, then what is the value of this? 5 into 5 plus 2. How much is this? 35. So it will be little less than 6. So 6 are 36.
Yes, sir.
So that will be 5.9, student. Then this is the correct answer. See how we answer the question, student. Without doing, I cannot answer the question. I told you very clearly. No question will be answered without doing it, student. This is the logic. This is the basic, because unless I understand, I cannot answer the question. Next question is on the screen, student. Question number 3. The anomalous electronic configuration in 3D series are, student. Which element are showing the anomalous electronic configuration, students? Now questions are coming on electronic configuration. We told you how to
Yes,
write
sir.
this. That is why I said atomic number should be, this series should be learned by all the students. Must be learned. So students, you have 4 choices. Anomalous means the electronic configuration which is not a normal, student, not normal.
Okay,
We
sir.
have, when we discuss the electronic configuration in our lectures in YouTube, we have shown you where anomalous behavior is coming. You have 1 minute to answer the question, students. These are very important questions for exam students. You can score very, very high marks in exams. Very, very high marks can be obtained, students. Therefore, try your best, student. Try your best. But which configurations we have marked, student, earlier? You know about it. When we talked of half filled, that is 3D5, and completely filled, which was that 3D10. They are extra stable configuration, students. Now you got the answer. Which elements are there which will have anomalous configuration, student? What happened to the chromium and the case of the copper? We are putting a star here. Now you got the answer. What is the correct
Yes, sir.
answer, students? Anomalous electronic configuration in 3D series are two elements. Which are those two elements?
CR and CU.
Then what is the correct answer?
D part.
Okay, you understood what is the configuration of the chromium. It becomes 4s1 3d5, and in the case of copper it becomes 4s1 3d10. Got it? So the D answer is the correct answer.
Got it,
This
sir.
is how we answer the question, students. I can't just guesswork. No guesswork. That's what we are teaching you, student. We have to work the answers. We have to work the answers, students. Which of the following are D block elements but not regarded as transition elements, students? Which of the following, students? Again, important question. I'm getting all previous year papers and MCQ important questions for you, feeding you, so that in your mind, student, you know what you are doing. All important questions we are solving, students.
Sir, the answer is B part. Zinc.
Huh? Which
Answer is
one?
B part, sir. B part.
B?
ZNC. B, sir. B. ZNCDHG.
B part, B part. Okay.
Yes, sir. ZNCDHG.
Why they are not regarded as transition element? This
Because,
question
sir,
has been,
they don't have completely filled d orbitals.
they
Don't have completely filled d orbitals.
completely filled. They have
Sir,
completely
they
filled.
don't have.
But they don't have.
Sir, they don't have completely filled d orbitals.
Wrong answer then again.
Then, sir,
What is the configuration of them? Zn is 3d10. It is
Yes,
a
sir.
completely filled. That is 4d10 and 5d10. They have completely filled. They do not have incomplete.
yes, sir, sorry, yes, sir, sorry. Incomplete, sorry, my bad, sir. Incompletely filled.
Filled, incomplete, filled, or unpaired electrons in d orbitals or d subshell in ground or in a common oxidation state. In ground state or in
Common oxidation state.
stable oxidation state. That was the definition we gave you for what are transition element. Question could be also put, what are transition elements, student? Is not income. They don't are having incomplete. They are completely filled, students. Next question is coming on the screens. Copper sulfate is blue in color because of one. We are talking of the color of the transition element, students. Color of the transition element. It contains water of crystallization. Sulfate ions absorb red light. Copper ions absorb orange, red light. Copper 2 ions absorb all colors except red, student. What is the correct answer, student? What is the correct answer? Here we are talking of the color of the transition element, students. Color of transition metal ions. ठीक है? We discussed in solution or in solids, student. Color was due to what? Why the color comes, students? Basic question is asked to you. You have four choices. You will answer one of the four answer, students. What is our correct answer, students? It contains water of crystallization. Has it to do anything with the color? Sulfate ions absorb copper ions absorb orange, red light. Copper 2 ions absorb all colors except red. What is our correct answer? You know, color of the transition is due to DD transition, student.
Yes,
And
sir.
that means there should be absorption of light, student, in the visible region. Which, so you know the color absorbed is complementary to the color which is absorbed, students. We have shown you the complementary colors also, a wheel of complementary colors. So what will be our answer now? So much hint has been given. This is not the answer. This is not the answer. Then what is the answer, student? You are left with only two. Then what is the correct answer? In every MCQ question, you will find, student, out of the four, two will be bad answers.
Yes, sir.
Only two will be left, student, where you have to take a decision. In all the competition, same thing happens. So competition remains only among the two choices. Doubt is there. So which is the correct answer, student? You know, copper will absorb orange, red, then it will appear blue, student. Correct answer will be C. When it will absorb blue, then the complementary to that will be red. It cannot absorb all color, students. So
Yes,
it
sir.
is clear. The correct answer should be C. Okay, next question coming on the screen. Transition element form alloys easily because a very good questions have been given, student, to you. What is an alloy, student? What is an alloy, student? Why alloys will be formed? One metal in another metal, one metal in another non-metal. Why should there be alloy formation, student? What is the basic of that? What is your correct answer, students?
Sir, the answer is sir, this is because 2 minutes, sir. Yes, sir, because they have same atomic size, nearly same.
That is the
The
correct
C part.
answer. That is the correct answer. You know that when you are forming alloys are solid solutions. Solid solution, student, we discussed so many times. So if the size is same, then it will be easier to mix them homogeneously. Homogeneous solution, student. So when they have the same size, almost same size, nearly same size, student. That's why nearly same size. So it will be easy for them to form homogeneously mixed, student. Homogeneous mixtures will be formed, student. What we talk of
Yes,
solid
sir.
solution. That is the correct answer, students. I mean, basic things to be understood. Questions are intelligent questions. They are not questions to be answered without any purpose, reason. There's a reason. There is a concept, and basic property involved in every answer. Student, pay attention, pay
Yes, sir.
attention. Question 7 is on the screen. Student, which of the following characteristic of transition metal is associated with the higher catalytic activities? Higher catalytic activities. High enthalpy of atomization, paramagnetic behavior, color of hydrate, variable oxidation states. What would be the correct answer, student? You know that we said transition element are act as very good catalysts. Are they
Yes,
good
sir.
catalysts? You know, iron is used as a catalyst, nickel is used,
Yes, sir.
palladium is used, platinum is used. All these are being used as catalyst. Vanadium pentoxide, all this, you know, in different reactions, they are finding great uses as catalyst. Student, what is the reason? We told you what are the reasons they can act as catalyst. So they will lower the energy of activation and the reaction will proceed faster. Student, what the catalyst does, it increases the rate of the reaction. So
Yes,
what is
sir.
the reason behind that, student? When I talk of a catalyst activity, student, what it has to do with, what property is involved in that? What was the reason that they would act as a catalyst, students? Has it to do with anything? Enthalpy of atomization? Nothing. Paramagnetic behavior? Nothing. What it has to do with the color? It has nothing to do with the color. Then what it has to do, student? We told you they act as good catalyst because of their multiple oxidation states. We have seen the action of iron 2 plus to iron 3 plus, and it was used as a catalyst, student, in one of the reactions which
Yes,
was
sir.
also given in the NCRT book. So they can change their oxidation state, student. They can go from one oxidation state to another. Therefore, they can act as good catalyst. So the point answer would be D part here, oxidation state, students. Try to read each and every choice very clearly, and you will be able to find the answer, because this has what is related with the catalyst activity, students. Question 8 is on the screen, student. Which of the following has maximum number of unpaired electrons? Unpaired electrons I am talking, student. How will I write the number of unpaired electrons? If I have to write then the electronic configuration of each of these elements, then only I can decide. You must write the electronic configuration. You have 2 minutes to answer the question, students. Write
Yes,
the
sir.
electronic configuration and check the answer. One thing is clear from all the questions we are discussing: no question can be answered without doing. You have to do some work, student, in order to get the answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have 1 to 2 minutes to answer the question, students.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So the answer is Fe2 plus.
How many
I think.
unpaired electrons?
Sir, in Fe2 plus there are 4 unpaired electrons.
Or we have just calculated that.
Yes, sir.
How many unpaired electrons in magnesium? What is the atomic number of magnesium? 12.
Yes, sir.
Then how many unpaired electrons are there? 0.
Yes, 0.
Magnesium 2 plus. What about titanium? 3 plus.
Yes, sir.
Scandium and titanium. 21 and 22. It will have only one unpaired electron. And vanadium 3 plus scandium titanium, vanadium is 23, 3 plus, then it will have two unpaired electrons.
Yes, sir.
And iron, scandium, chromium, manganese, iron 26. So it is having D6. So n equal to 4. The answer is Fe2 plus. See, we have to work. That is my point. Unless I work, I cannot get an answer. Important question.
Yes, sir.
Next question, the property which is not characteristics of transition metal is. What property is not characteristic of transition metals? So good questions are being asked to student. It is a very good revision. It is a very good revision. Important for exam student. Important questions for exam. Again, you have 1 to 2 minutes to answer the question, student.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Try it. Try it. We must try. We must try, student. That is the basic. Keep trying. Keep trying. Okay. Do the transition metal show variable oxidation state? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Please repeat question.
The property which is not characteristic of transition metal. I'm saying now I have to read all the possible choices. Does the transition element show variable oxidation states? Yes or no?
They do, sir.
This is true. Tendency to form complexes, true or false? Because many
True, sir.
questions will be
True, sir.
answered by learning. We are learning, students. More questions from this can be put to you in the exam.
Yes, sir.
They
True, sir.
form
This is
colored
true.
compounds, true or false?
Yes, sir.
Are they radioactive? What are radioactive elements which emit radiation?
No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They are radioactive.
Then this is not the characteristic of this.
Yes, sir.
This is false. If a question is given in true, false, that also we can answer. That is my point. Try to understand each and every word, each and every word. It's a revision of the full course, student.
Yes, sir.
Where are the radioactive element? Actinides, F block elements, we told you. That question will come there again. See how we answer the question. Next question is coming, student. Which of the following is incorrect for KMnO4? KMnO4 is used as an oxidizing agent. Is it true?
KMnO4, sir.
Yes.
True, sir. It is used.
Then what are the, which of the following is incorrect, he's saying? Out of all this, which of the following is incorrect, student? You have seen for KMnO4, I told you something very important for KMnO4, that it can act as a strong oxidizing agent, neutral, acidic, and alkaline medium, student. So what was happening, student? It was acting as a strongest oxidizing agent in which medium, students? In acidic medium, you have seen KMnO4 acts as a very, very strong.
Yes, sir.
Acidic medium, it acts as a very strong, student, oxidizing agent, very powerful oxidizing agent in the case of the KMnO4. So you are
Yes,
aware
sir.
of those reactions, student, in acidic medium. In acidic medium, how did we show the reaction in acidic medium? HCl cannot be used. That is correct. He is saying what is incorrect. Nitric acid is not used is also correct, student. The equivalent weight is correct. Then what is wrong, student? The number of electrons involved, student, in acidic medium is 3. That is wrong. It is incorrect, student. Do you remember the
Yes, sir.
reaction? What we wrote? MnO4 plus 8H plus, student, in acidic medium. Acid. This is acid. Acidic
Yes,
medium.
sir.
5 electrons will give Mn2 plus. and 4H2O. How many electrons are involved? 5 electrons. See the 5 electrons?
Yes, sir, I do.
So then which answer is wrong? This one. So see the art of answering the questions, learning. So we end up here because I have a class at 7.
Okay,
So
sir.
we will meet you in the next class. And we are providing guidance to national and international student, first to 12th and BSc classes also. Any student who is in any class can join with us. We are also providing guidance for IELTS exam students who are going for Canada and other countries.
Yes,
And
sir.
we have students from other countries also, because we can teach in English and in Hindi, both as per the demand of the students. So if you have any more children, you can forward our contact and ask the children to subscribe our YouTube channel so that they can learn a lot of things from us. We are taking 9th, 10th science also, and chemistry and some other subjects also. Okay? So you
Yes, sir.
can subscribe and ask the friends and your family friends or relatives to subscribe our channel and get free online videos. Okay, then
Yes,
I
sir.
see you next time.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.